Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Apple to Know.
Football is live.
Folks, today we're getting back to Ted Lasso. We are on season 3, episode 2. What a ride it's been. Oh, I look, Nate and Star Wars and the Dark Lord and Obi-Wan, they're all mixed up together. Hopefully we can get Diamond Dave up to speed on that sooner than later. But yeah, let's see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely loving this show. We're seeing Nate the Great is not so great no more. And you know what? Just let Ted be Ted. And I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see some more of that.
Yeah, we have so much going on with Nate, with Roy and Keely. Rupert, yes, Rupert. The circle window in the office.
You I love one of those, don't you?
I love it.
All right, without further ado, then let's go. Uh-oh. Looks like my garage door opener just called it quits.
All right, this should be a quick and easy job. All we have to do is replace the motor. I'm thinking maybe an hour tops.
You want me using this ladder?
Hey, look, the other guys brought the fiberglass ones out to another job. This is all we had left at the shop. I'm sure it's gonna be just fine.
Looks like Noah used this thing to build the ark.
Guy, it's gonna be just fine. It's a quick, easy job. We're not going up that high. Just don't worry about it. Look, I'm counting on you.
Counting on you. Counting on you. Counting on you. You know, he's always counting on me. Let's look at this thing. Oh no. Oh. Ah, my leg. My leg. Ah! Ah!
You're gonna need some help with that. Your injury could be worth millions. You should consider calling Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client. But this guy is worried. He doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. Morgan & Morgan will fight for every penny you deserve. And guess what? The fee is absolutely free, unless you win. But this guy doesn't want to sue his boss, even though he hasn't gotten his surgery bills covered in the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing the insurance company. If you've been a victim in a workplace injury or any other personal injury, you can click the link in the description, www.forthepeople.com/medicine, to see if you have a case. This guy did, now he's back in the game.
Keely's office.
Who's this guy?
That's
Keely's
Keely's
Oh, it's a Keely's office, yeah.
Oh, and I had an idea. Maybe we could all have a picnic together in the conference room.
I can't make it.
I didn't tell you when it was.
I know.
We could get to know each other a little, maybe loosen things up around here.
Well, I've worked with this lot before, and yeah, this is as loose as they get.
A little bit different work environment than working for Richmond, huh?
About that, Babs?
Oh, no, we don't.
Yep, I felt that as soon as I said it. Right, I'm headed out. Oi, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Trying to lighten up the mood.
The employees are all business.
What wouldn't you do?
Boom, boom.
Good morning, Viet.
Ted!
Hey, look who's here. Hi, Keely.
Hello, Ted.
Trent Krim, are you kidding me? Hey, nice to see you.
What's he doing here?
Mr. Krim has requested to follow the club this year. Ooh. He wants to write a book about us.
I think there's a story here worth telling, Ted.
Yeah, turn it into a TV show.
But obviously, as manager, we thought you should have the final decision.
Oh, okay. Ooh, take it. Sure, what the heck? Why not?
Zava is leaving Juventus.
Whoa!
What about their kids? I'm sorry, I didn't know what any of those things meant. I thought it was like Greek mythology or something.
Because his wife binged The Office and she wants to live in England.
One time he just posted the word 7 million likes. It got 10 million likes.
Yes, but he is very expensive, and isn't he supposed to be a bit of a diva?
Yes, huge diva, enormous. He goes through teams like you go through manicurists.
Fumes make me dizzy, and I overshare.
Zava has played for 14 teams in 15 years, leaving behind nothing but chaos and trophies. Beautiful, shiny trophies.
Trophies.
Chelsea, Arsenal, United, West Ham.
I say let's just go for it.
West Ham.
No, the dye melts and it gets all over your fingers, makes them all sticky. And that, you could print.
Wonderful. Let's set up a meeting.
Great! Let's go and get Zava!
Yes!
Zava.
Who's Zava gonna be? What kind of character are we getting here?
Am I to assume that you're going to pursue a notoriously mercurial player you can't really afford simply because the team your ex-husband owns wants him?
Yes.
Love that.
Love that.
Well, there you go. Maybe Train Crew isn't so bad.
I was thinking something like an escape room, but hey, clamato, right?
Yeah.
Good to see you. All right.
Thanks, Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to get a shoe deal?
Oh, I'd love to. Any brand in particular?
No brands. Just shoes. In general. You know.
Great, I'll look into it for you.
Sure how that's gonna work.
Whoa. Keely and Roy broken up.
What? Who told you that?
It's not who, bro. It's what? Kinesics. No eye contact. Keely's crossed arms. Roy's clenched arse. It's science.
It's science. Oh, wow. Another layer of the story.
Look at Jamie just lurking, waiting to make his move.
This is not going to go anywhere good. Oh, this isn't the direction I thought he was going to go.
You and Keely break up.
Who told you that?
No one. I use body science.
Body science.
Look, as someone who's been dumped by Keely, I get it.
She didn't dump me.
You dumped her. Why?
I want to talk about it. Why'd you come in here? Oh, let me guess. You want to know if it's okay to ask her out, right?
No, I was just seeing if you were okay, man.
You came at me too fast.
Jesus, sorry. How skittish elderly people could be because of the war. Come on, man. I was just trying to comfort you.
Well, I don't want comfort.
Because of the war.
You say a f***ing word, you hear me?
Fine, I won't. Don't you say a word about it either, William. No, I won't.
He's always there.
Hey, Coach.
Inverting the pyramid.
What are you doing? Oh, just taking a peek at one of these soccer strategy books you always got your nose in.
Look at all the pages marked.
Hey, let me ask you a couple questions. One, what would you think if we signed Zava? Oh, that's good, right?
Zava?
Yeah, okay. Second question, who is Zava?
He's a living legend. You know who Zava is.
Beg to differ, Claudia Schiffer.
All right, here comes the reveal.
Now, why you got me watching the Veggie Dog Vigilante here?
He headbutts him.
He headbutts the guy holding up the store.
Well, shoot, I didn't even know this fella played football.
He just walked over him.
I said football without even thinking about it. Boy, that book really works.
The book.
It's working for all of us.
Coach, we just had the most upsetting rumor.
Okay, is this about us getting Zava?
Oh.
What?
We're getting
Zava? I just wished for that 30 seconds ago.
11.
Wait,
Trent Crim's writing a book about Zava joining our team.
No, he's just coming here to write a book about the team.
Zava's writing a book about us.
No, Trent Crim.
Why would Zava write a book about Trent Crim?
Hey, okay, hold on a second. If y'all didn't know about Zava, which may or may not happen.
Roy and Keely broke up.
Got a little lightheaded there. Yeah, thank you.
I know.
That time I was actually talking about you and Keely. Hey, Will, wait a second. I need you to run to my apartment, go into my desk, and grab my CD called Ted's Breakup. Coach, you don't need my keys. I got a set. Right.
Throws them.
We've all been dumped before, right, fellas?
She didn't dump me. I broke up with her.
Beard.
And this is the locker room. Hello, boys. Believe you all know Trent Crim.
Gentlemen.
Is this prick doing it? Hey! Listen up! No one says a word around this prick unless they want my forehead through their skull.
Whoa. Well, that's not going to go well. Look at Jamie just laughing.
We'll work out the specifics.
Those are real laughs.
Yeah,
I think he starts like trying to keep it together.
I mean, off Trent Crim.
They've corrupted Danny. They've corrupted him.
Why is there a goat?
Did it come over from Severance?
No.
I'm so proud of you, babe. We all are.
Proud of me? Why?
Because you made it out all by yourself.
What is that smell?
Oh, apologies. Lamb droppings are one of nature's most unpleasant aromas. Just be grateful Clarice here is over 30 days old. A week ago, her poop looked like sour yellow toothpaste.
Ooh.
Oh.
I was married to a footballer.
That's it. Cheers, babe.
Oh.
You could just add a strobe effect in post and have people cross close to camera. It'll feel really packed and you won't have to spend any more money.
Mm.
Hello, Mother.
Oh, my God, darling. I'm so pleased to hear your voice. I dreamt last night that you'd been murdered.
No.
Wait, why are you in a hotel room? I thought you were meant to be on some 3-day spiritual camping retreat.
I am. I'm not sleeping out there.
Under the stars.
Too many stars.
I spoke to Tish the other day, and she's agreed to consider meeting with you.
Wow. Your psychic has actually agreed to let me pay her a lot of money to speak with her. Amazing.
Just a minute. There's a group of people gathering outside for scream therapy. It's my favourite bit. So I better go now because I mustn't use my voice. Bye-bye, sausage.
You called me.
I have an update on the meeting with Zava.
Oh, great.
Zava doesn't want to meet with us.
What? Why not?
His people said it would be a waste of time for us and an embarrassment for him.
Oh, that feels like an unnecessarily cruel response.
Well, that's done.
Came right out and said, I will not sign with West Ham.
Oh, shit. That's only going to make Rupert want him more.
Oh, there's nothing Rupert can do.
Oh, great. Now you've jinxed it.
But I...
No, it's too late. Jinxed it.
But I do
It's done.
think that...
Damn it, Higgins.
Off move.
Well, this is awkward.
No.
Looking good out there today. Cool.
Well, this is going to be rough.
Seems like Trent's not surprised about it, though.
Nope.
Here we go.
Oh, thanks for sharing your office with me, even if it was Ted's idea.
You're a keeper?
I'm sorry. Oh.
Plenty of fish in the sea. I get it.
This is so bad.
So, Richmond against Chelsea. That'll be your first time back there since you retired, right?
It's nothing.
Hey. Yeah. No, well, I'm here now. It's going very well, actually. I'm just getting settled. Very well. Yeah. No, I can hear that that noise too. I'll take this outside.
Just to Trent.
Barbara, I would love for you to meet Shandy.
Oh, hello.
She's the newest member of KJPR.
Oh. What position has she been hired for?
She will be consulting for affiliate management.
And what were you doing before this?
I was modelling.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Shandy. Right, well, I think I've got it. So you've hired a former model with no previous experience, no higher education for a job that doesn't exist. Lovely. Well, welcome to the team, Shandy.
That went well.
Yeah, the person looking at the budget isn't too keen on it.
I'm sorry. I'll handle this.
No. She's CFO. She's got to do her job too.
What?
That is a massive amount of snow globes.
Oh, yeah, I collect them. Well, you know, the firm sends me from company to company, and yeah, wherever I go, I just buy a snow globe.
Oh, it's a lot of snow globes.
I think it's incredibly charming.
Been to a lot of different places.
You cannot speak to people like that. Not here. I know Shandy's my friend. And you're right, she does not have the experience. But she is smart. She's eager. I believe in her. Like the firm must believe in you to send you all over the world to all those lovely places. Right?
This is interesting.
Client Relations Coordinator.
Huh?
That's her title.
Oh, good. Yes. Because in case you hadn't realised, I totally made up that one I told you before.
It's like Barbara's never had a chance to get friendly with anybody because she keeps moving.
Roy. No. I understand your hesitation having me here. You're protective of the team. And I admire how much they respect you. It's not easy getting such fulfillment from a second career. I'm not sure I even got it from my first. You know, maybe you could just give me a chance. Off.
Wow. Look out.
He's a tough one to crack there, Trent.
It's so cool to have him driving a black G-Wagon. I can't get over it.
To be promoted to the Premier League is like going from a council estate to the penthouse island. Richmond should enjoy it while it lasts.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the Premier League.
Here you go, lads.
May, I've got the fish and chips. I had the burger.
It's good to be back. How's work?
Looks good.
How's your friend doing?
Shandy? Yeah, she's doing great.
Good.
Yeah. She's just full of ideas.
How's this gonna go?
I have the confirmation of that from a very reliable source.
No, what source?
A friend of my wife knows an agent whose masseuse moonlights as an airline steward on private jets. Now, she wasn't working today.
He's going to West Ham.
He saw Zava mouth the word Chelsea a lot.
God, I wish I could read lips.
Okay, has anyone seen Rupert? Is there any sign of him?
No, Rebecca, he's not here. And even if he was, there's nothing he can do.
Great. Jinxed it again.
Oh, boy.
Here you are, geezer. Hello, Roy. Welcome back. How you doing, mate? Heard the news. Bruce.
Now that's a lovely moment. Chelsea's fans letting their former captain Roy Kent know how they still feel about it.
Zava.
The great Sava makes his appearance. All sorts of things. The crowd, your voice, slight ringing because I bumped my head earlier.
So what, man? My heart is racing. I haven't been this nervous to play in front of someone since I was in the Chapo's Youth League.
Chapo's Youth League.
We're in the same city as Ava.
Thank God we dressed up. The players are in position.
Watch, Rupert's going to come sit down over there.
We're in orange, I'm assuming because Chelsea's blue.
It's their away jerseys.
Oh, some invention. Look at that pace. High pressure football. And Chelsea with a beautiful counter attack against.
They're playing nervous.
Devastating.
The bad luck.
You have to give Richmond credit for hanging on as long as they did, Arlo.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I might have jinxed it.
I knew it.
The Dark Lord.
Would you please go and find out as much as you can from your vast network of lip-reading massage therapists? Rupert and his then wife came into the bar, and then about a week later he came back without his wife and asked me out. I, of course, said no, and he left.
What dick?
But then he came back the next night, and the next night.
Yeah, he won't stop.
And he would just sit at the bar with a drink and chatted to me until close.
It's a fine line between stalking and romance.
I just felt so lucky because he wanted me. He made me feel special. Chosen. He made me feel like that.
Oh, he knows how to get what he wants, that Rupert.
But coach, how many shots on goal we have that had? One. Yeah, that's what I thought. And that one was pretty much a mistake. Am I correct, Danny?
Yes, it bounced off my face. But my face almost scored.
There we go.
Coach.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Can I dare?
What you got?
Right, so every time we're going past the halfway line, there's just...
Hey, Trent, hold on a second. Roy, I'll speak with you.
Better make it fast.
He's all happy that they all shut up when Trent walked in. He's all kind of...
Hey, look, man, I don't know what your beef is with Trent, but I'm going to need you to order off the vegan menu right now and squash it. Because your ego is about to sabotage a whole lot more than a silly football match. You feel me?
Wow.
Wow.
Ted laying it down and not being all silly and goofy about it.
It's usually some fella that owns a Christmas tree farm. They suck, but they're great. They also mostly suck. They're good with the sound off. Now go fix this, please.
They're good with the sound off.
That was weird seeing Ted in that light.
I don't know. He grabbed a duffel bag.
It's quite funny when he yells over people, isn't it?
See, what's he giving him here?
I was 17 years old. This wrecked me.
I thought I was being edgy. Just trying to make a name for myself. All I really did was look for the worst in people. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
That make Roy who he is?
You know, it's funny. We had a lot in common back then.
We did.
We both thought one another sucked shit at their job.
And now look at us.
Yep. You can talk around this brick now.
Oh.
Thank you. Well, I just got off the phone with my son's karate teacher who used to date the woman who ran Zava's avocado.
Avocado farm.
You know what? If Rupert can sweet talk Zava into joining his club, then so can I. Yes! Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry.
And we're back for the second half. Chris, do you think either of these teams
Oh,
made any adjustments?
a lot
in
of
the locker room?
stuff going on here.
Professional athletes don't mind adjusting themselves in public either.
What?
Oh, hello there. Rebecca Welton, AFC Richmond. I'd love to see Zava. Thank you.
No one gets in to see Zava.
I just saw
Rebecca,
Mr.
my
Man- Rupert.
Yeah.
What a lovely surprise.
There you go, Mr. Mann.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Ah, Zava. Let me introduce Rebecca Welton, my ex-wife.
And the owner of AFC Richmond.
Yeah, of course.
It's an honor for
Yeah,
you
of
to meet
course.
me. See you soon.
Can't wait.
Those two are made for each other.
You know, Rupert, I was a little bit surprised when you bought West Ham. I always thought that Richmond was your one true love.
Oh, guess I'm just like any man. Just get bored with the same old, same old.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Lord Palpatine is throwing the barbs out there. Even the cake, folks, with the coat. Come on, folks.
They did it.
They've gone full Star Wars.
Full Star Wars.
You are such a chicken shit.
You and I know that you're not. You're overrated. You're overpaid. And you eat too much asparagus.
Challenging him.
Well, Chelsea giving Hughes space. And if they're going to give him space, he's going to take it.
It's so weird seeing him play in a polo shirts.
Is this the moment? Obi Sanya's going to have a go.
His face! All right, Danny! Our emotions were down and then up.
Chris, have you ever scored with your face? I've scored with every part of my body, Arlo. That's a ridiculous question.
Wait, how'd it go?
Did you see talking?
What's the opposite of that?
Sour yell.
Yeah, I did that.
And Richmond managed to secure a 1-1 draw.
There we go.
They'll be leaving Stamford Bridge with a well-deserved point on the table.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't understand how it works with overtime and all that.
Well, it's working on like a point system, so.
I have changed my mind. Zava will not play for Chelsea.
Oh, God, I'm sorry, I can't watch this.
Zava will play for Richmond.
Hey! It worked. Everybody else was kissing his ass, and Rebecca challenged him.
What you up to tonight, Coach? You want to race walk home together?
Can't. Jean and I are going to go see her friend's immersive theater show about the menstrual cycle.
Hey, Roy, I'm just curious. What was it like being back at Chelsea? All them fans sure were happy to see you.
I don't know. Just felt sad or something.
Really? Why's that?
Everyone was shocked. The club was shocked. The fans, the press. I don't want to be one of them broken down footballers just taking up space until they're dropped years after they should have been.
Yeah, well, a lot of folks think it's better to quit than be fired. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true for
Going
some.
back there today, there's a part of me. Maybe I should have stayed. Just enjoyed myself.
This is not
Maybe should have
football.
stayed with Keeley.
This is not football talk. This is relationship talk.
That is not who I am, I guess.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
But hey, if you wouldn't have left Chelsea when you did, we probably never would have met.
This music in the background.
Sport. It's quite the metaphor.
Yeah. It also makes for a heck of a nickname.
Hey, Ted.
Good night, sport.
What are you up to, Ted?
Just thinking.
Oh, interesting. Boy, the way they ended, an interesting episode that we didn't get much out of Ted and what's going on with his life. That was pretty interesting. Now, granted, we had everybody else, including our Dark Lord, trying to make deals and his flowing cape as he's walking out of the room.
that was so awesome when they showed him walking.
Like they know
and
exactly what they're
jacket
doing.
Looked like a fucking cape. They probably had a fan going on the floor to make sure that
absolutely,
that his jacket was blown.
Yeah, for Rupert. But man, again,
trying to recruit the player to the dark side.
Join the dark side.
He's the chosen one.
Join me.
He's the Luke Skywalker. We're going to try to bring him to the chosen side. Nate is, of course, Anakin. I mean, join the dark side.
I mean, they're just, it's all right there.
I just fucking love it.
This is outstanding. But, another fun episode. The thing with, with Keeley is interesting because I was kind of wondering where they were going to go with that because so she has a CFO who's obviously very much by the book, sees the numbers. She had gotten on Keeley about spending too much money. And look, Keeley's in a unique position because she never had to be the boss, really. She was working for Rebecca before. Yes, she was kind of finding the deals, whatever, for the players, but still working for Richmond. So she kind of had certain rules that she had to follow and a box that she had to work within, to do that. Now that she's on her own, she can go and hire her old friends who, although had a brilliant idea with the photo shoot that they were doing, didn't really have any real experience in it. You kind of wonder how that was going to go. I thought maybe they'd go real kind of bad with it when Keeley left the credit card on the table. Didn't know how that was going to play out, but I think Shandy's probably going to be just fine and will work her way into maybe the role because you never know with this show which way they're going to go. If we see people who take a chance and put their heart out there and maybe get it broken, I mean, that's something we've seen on here. So I wasn't sure if that's the route they were going to go, but I think it's going to be more. We're going to get more out of Barbara, the CFO, and why she's been to so many different places every time she gets sent someplace else to be a CFO and never really had a chance to connect with anybody. And you can tell, I mean, she was essentially a walking office handbook when it came to how to deal with things. And I think Keeley was maybe trying to get her to lighten up a little bit. So I think if those two can have a little bit of a meeting and, okay, I'll see some of it your way and I'll see some of it your way. And then they can come together and be successful because look, you can't, from Keeley's standpoint, you can't just be out there freewheeling, spending money on everything and just blowing through cash. That's not a way to run a business. But from Barbara's end, you do have to lighten up and know how to work with people and tap into personalities and different abilities that aren't always something straightforward on a resume. I mean, a lot of successful people didn't go to college, and I don't think that should disqualify Shandy. If she knows the industry and knows what it's about, she's going to certainly know more than somebody who did nothing more than bury their nose in a book in college. And especially with something like marketing and trying to stay on top of the latest and greatest, you need to be out there doing it and immersed in the culture, I think, and in the job because things are changing so quickly. What you're learning in college might be, 15, 20 years old and not really be applicable by the time you get out in the the workforce. So I like the direction that they went with that. That was really cool. And I look to see more with Keeley and Barbara. Roy kind of having to let go of things. He alluded a little bit, with Keeley, I think, in what he was really thinking when he came back to Chelsea. So yeah, another solid episode. And again, we had this, and the last thing I'll close with here is we had Ted be serious with Roy for a minute and actually act like a football manager would. And I was like, wow, that's surprising. No laughs or jokes out of Ted. And then, of course, a second later, he breaks into some jokes. But I did like the serious tone because Rebecca did set the stage early on in the first episode that, look, you still need to win. And this is all great, making people better, but we're in the Premier League and we have to win and we need results. So they got a tie here. They got a point out of it. So good for them. Mm-hmm. And we'll see how the rest of the season goes.
Yeah, it was great to see that side of Ted, because we've seen him somewhat lay down the law, but stuff like that, but it's always been a heartfelt, emotional thing. When we earlier on with Jamie, when he's like, man, if we could turn that that me into us. There ain't no stopping you. And so usually when he's serious, it's like in a speech or something like that. This was him actually laying down the law to a fellow coach, which, by all accounts, he was right to do in every sense of the term, because it seemed like with Roy having them not talk, if you're going to have Trent follow you, which even though we saw, Keely, Rebecca, and Higgins, no. And, Ted thought it'd be great to bring him on. So we'll see how that keeps furthering on or keeps progressing throughout the season. But then I think, though, Roy needed to have that conversation, though, with him. And obviously we see that it meant something different when he was talking to Ted at the end. He was Oak called it out as more about his relationship with Keely, but Ted gave him words of inspiration. Said you're not that person yet, saying there's still room to grow, because it doesn't matter how old you get or what you do with your life, you still have room to mature and to grow and to become a better version of yourself. And I think that's what he was pretty much trying to tell Roy there. But Roy at the same time is like you understand him too, what he's saying about sports, because we've seen it all the time with how many athletes hang on and they'll leave like the team that they grew up on. They'll leave that team like towards the end of their career, and the perfect one is like Emmitt Smith. He still wanted to play, he just wasn't himself in Arizona. But you want to remember him as the Cowboys player, and you forget he played for Arizona. There's like Joe Namath. There's a bunch of these star athletes that do that because they don't want to give up the game they love so much. Yep. And sometimes it can be they don't know what else to do. Like Roy, he went into try to be a pundit. He did good. We found him entertaining. Yeah. They loved him at the studio. Especially his swearing. But coaching he needs to be around the sport even more than just a pundit. He needs to be there on the pitch, so to speak. So it was great to see him also get that the love that quickly went away because of Zava. And we saw Zava, who's this amazing footballer, but he loves him, it looks like. So
was it 14 teams in 15 years?
14 teams, 15 years, and they,
speaks in the third person.
And you can be so good. Hey, you got a pen out of it and a handshake out of the head of Chelsea. So I'm interested to see what dynamic he's going to bring to the locker room, because obviously all the players were excited, the coaches are excited. Roy said it flat out, he's nuts, but he'll help us win games. So maybe that's what they need right now. They want to be good and they want to be prevalent in the Premier League, and you can't just keep getting draws. You got to stay off the bottom, because draws are nice, but if they result in you being one of the bottom four and you get relegated again, what was all the work for last season then?
Yep, got to win.
Yeah, this episode was a ton of fun. I really like the Rupert thing with the it was just not. It was subtle enough, I guess. Like he's dressed in all black and stuff, and he has a long jacket, which a lot of people would wear. But then when he was walking away in the fucking game, it just got me. They've done such a good job with that. But look, the story was great in this episode. I liked the development we got with. The relationship involvement between Ted and Roy and Trent. And look, when you're young and impressionable, people's words can weigh heavily upon you, and the fact that Roy kept that his 17? Entire career, he's kept that piece of paper, a clipping in his wallet to kind of remind him, like, I'm playing with a chip on my shoulder. And some people do better like that. Mm-hmm. Some people are like, they'll watch me prove you wrong. Some people respond very favorably to more positive feedback. But Roy took that energy and made it into a career, But we learned on the flip side of it, like Trent was just he was young and he was edgy and, trying to be the writer who's, doing something different. And so they were both kind of at a pivotal point in their careers. And so to see Roy, kind of bury the hatchet with Trent was interesting, but also what led up to that with Ted being like, hey, look, this needs to stop now. Because Roy's character has been like so firm in his beliefs and the way he does things and fuck off, it's like, so to see that was interesting. The kind of the spin on, how, men, often treat their friends when they're going through a breakup. Usually, I shouldn't say usually, but a lot of times it's like, oh, let's go out and we'll do this and blah, blah, blah. There, everybody was saying they were sorry, sending them flowers, balloons, the plenty of fish in the sea card was interesting. So, they showed the team as being very supportive, which I think Roy wasn't really used to. No Nate this episode, but we got enough Rupert to make that, make that interesting. But I liked Rebecca's strategy after going for Zava. And look, for somebody who's like, I don't know how long an average, football career there lasts, but 15 years, that's got to be getting long, and if they start when they're 18, I don't know, in America with football, generally speaking, the athletes start when they're 21 or 22 at a professional level, sometimes a little older now with the rules in college, but most of the time it's, right around 22. I think the average NFL career is like 7 or 8 years, depending on position. When you start hearing guys playing for 12 or 14 years into their mid 30s, that's getting to be a long career. In past 40s, almost unheard of. So, I'm guessing that Zava is getting towards the tail end of his career. And Rebecca hit a sore spot for him and brought up a lot of truths. Look, if you go to a place that's going to win with you, it's like, okay, whatever. But if you go to a place that's, like Richmond, and then you win, and they're never going to guess whether, you just joined a team that already had forward momentum. You went somewhere and made a big difference. And so it was cool. And look, the thing about athletes that are as good as him, especially in football, because if generally speaking, the most elite footballers are making more money than any of the American athletes. So from what I understand, I think Ronaldo's like the richest athlete in the world, like ever, like more than LeBron, or maybe not more than Jordan, but that's a different situation. But in any regard, when you have that much money, at some point, it can be about things other than just money. You can play for things like pride. You can play for things like championships. I know, Tom Brady, Tom took pay cuts to keep certain people on the New England Patriots. Now, granted, Tom was making all sorts of other money, endorsements, things like that. His wife at the time was making more money than him. Yeah, look, Answer just pulled up the top 5. It was Jordan number 1, but that's different. Tiger Woods and then Ronaldo number 3, with James at 4 and then Messi at 5. So and LeBron is again a top earner. As far as any current athlete in sports. But yeah, LeBron still behind Ronaldo by a pretty significant amount. If we're looking at,
when you look at it,
when you're looking at the big picture of things. But in any regard, the reason that I bring that up is if Zava's on that same level, he's which they kind of lead you to believe, then it's assumed that he doesn't need to play for the money anymore. And, playing for the challenge is maybe what's going to cement his fictional legacy, if we want to call it that. But all in all, another great episode. I really liked how they ended it with Roy talking about, his time at Chelsea. Clearly he was talking about his relationship. And look, some people do that. Like when things start going south in a relationship or challenges come about and they think maybe they're going to get broken up with, they do the breaking up because it's like you're so afraid of not being good enough for somebody and having that happen to you that it's just like this defensive mechanism. Well, I'm going to be the one to break up. That way I'm still in control and certain things like that. And there's even times, I'm not going to say we've all been through it, where people have been through it where like you were getting ready to break up with somebody, right? And they broke up with you. You're like, hey, wait a minute. What's that? I thought we had a good thing going. It's like, some people just want, they find themselves in a much more comfortable spot being the one that did the breaking up, even if it wasn't for the right reasons. And I think with that, I think we're going to see Roy and Keely at least work towards getting back together. Keely's story I thought was pretty interesting.
You think anything's going to happen with the credit card there? They brought that in for a
Well,
reason.
no, I think when we all saw the text message,
The
she said,
text
"Morning
message.
mimosas. Let's use the company card."
I think
To which your
so.
CFO just said, "Don't use
So
it."
what I think what's happening is, look, I think Keely's, and I don't know her friend. Obviously, your friend, threw in her pitch about the production thing and the trouble. They were
Knows
good.
the industry.
But Keely has worked very hard to get to where she's gotten, and sometimes, I'm not saying that this is her friend, but sometimes people want to latch on to their successful friends and just like, oh, give me a job, give me a position, and then take it not very seriously. And it's like Keely worked very hard to get to where she's at. And you can tell like maybe some of the people in her office don't take her that seriously. The CFO feels a lot like her babysitter in a lot of regards. And now Keely's, brought on her friend who, isn't really qualified. They've established that. And now her friend is showing signs of like, well, let's drink at work. And it's like, look, this is my job. Like I brought you on to help us succeed. And if we show up and we drink just because we have a company credit card, what does that say to my coworkers about the type of person I am? And so I think, Keely needs to establish that, hey, I'm still fun Keely, but I'm somebody who takes my career very seriously. And, her friend kept saying, oh, you made it out. You did it on your own. You did it this. Well, she didn't get there from doing shit like that, Mm-hmm. So I think we're going to have to see Keely maybe sever that relationship and try to just value the way things are between her and the other people at the office. Maybe soften it up a little bit, but still understand that everybody's there as professionals. So, look, a really dynamic episode where they were able to cover multiple storylines, do it well, and still give us the feels, still give us the laughs. And I thought this was just another phenomenal episode. So loving it.
It was interesting. This episode, we didn't get anything out of Ted and his son with mom's friend.
Yeah, they
kind of
left that.
Kind of
And-
leaving us out.
Yeah, and that was, and I hope they get back to that certainly into the next episode because that's a big deal for Ted, and I think we need to kind of keep that in the forefront a little bit so we can remember as the viewer what he's going through because we didn't see that this episode, so
Right.
it can kind of not make you forget, but you forget what Ted's going through, and you're just kind of focusing on the here.
I think
and now
that's
of this
why the
episode.
camera was on him at the end to remind us all of, hey, he was talking about his relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Roy was, what about Ted's? And then Ted was sitting there contemplating, thinking.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, what are you up to? Well, he was just thinking about what we all saw last episson.
Yep.
But this show is getting
Infinity
better and better with now Zava joining the club. So for Appleton Oak, Mason Quinn, I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you in the next one, pals.